Hey YouTube, it's Samuel here, and today I'd like to take a quick second to talk to you about a theory that I had given up on. On this channel, previously I discussed why I thought Rey could end up being a Kenobi, and if you're interested in that, here's a link to that video below. But what I'd like to talk to you today is not why I think she'd be a Kenobi, but why I actually believe that she might in fact end up still being a Skywalker. More specifically, why she's actually Kylo Ren's twin sister. Some of the reasons that I believe that she is Kylo's sister is that, one, they've been pilfering from Legends books and creating, they've been pilfering from Legends books what they did and things that they did and didn't like, and adding those elements into the Star Wars canon. Things like Grand Admiral Thrawn, very much Kylo Ren's outfit looks a lot like Darth Revan. There's just little things here and there that they've been picking and choosing and cherry picking from Legends books and bringing into canon. And one of the things when The Force Awakens was way back when it had been first announced that people speculated on was the idea that Kylo Ren and Rey were actually Jason and Jaina Solo. So this is where I'd like to actually go back and say that they're probably actually cherry picking from that. And one reason I think about this is the fact that they share the mind bridge together. I think that this is more, what they're playing on the idea is they talk about twins having that sense that they can sense one another in real life. And I think with the Force, it would be all the more powerful. You might say to me now, no, whoa. Snoke created that mind bridge. When the fact of the matter is we don't know that Snoke created the mind bridge. Snoke said he created the mind bridge. The fact is that The Last Jedi did something that no other real Star Wars film has done, and that's given us points of view from both sides. So as soon as they started telling us the same story from two sides, what that does is gives us a sense of an unreliable narrator, which means that anybody saying anything at any given time doesn't necessarily mean that it's the truth. So when you take that into consideration, Snoke likely lied, or not likely lied, but possibly lied about him creating the mind bridge between the two of them. He may have intensified the mind bridge, but it was there even in The Force Awakens. They began immediately sensing one another as soon as Rey became sensitive. Well, no, they began to immediately sense one another as soon as Rey opened herself up to the Force. Just as Luke Skywalker had been close to the Force, Rey had been close to the Force. And it wasn't until she allowed herself to be awoken to it that she then got this connection back. Second thing is Kylo Ren tells us that her parents were just junk traders. And now if you take that at face value, then yeah, she is a nobody. But Rian Johnson included elements to make us doubt Kylo Ren's words. His goal is to bring her to his side. It would be more likely for him to win her over to his side at this point if he makes her believe that nobody wants her and that he's the only one that can help her. And then you look back at things like when Kylo Ren says, "What girl?" In The Force Awakens. So you take little bits and knobs there, and then you take the novelization of The Force Awakens where it talks about Leia looking at her motherly. I think that they might include that, not because Leia necessarily believes that it was her daughter, but the idea is that if you'd lost a daughter or thought you'd lost a daughter, you would look at somebody else like that and start to see them the way you would have. You would try and imagine your own daughter or some loved one in that way. If you take a look at the ship that her parents took off on, that was not just like some rust bucket frigate. That was a pretty nice ship that took off. So I'm going to say that probably the idea of, at the very least, her parents being just junk traders who left her behind and are nobodies is very likely to be untrue. In fact, why would they leave her behind, fly away, and then still be buried in the desert somewhere dead? It's just not likely. The idea, I think, hinging this all on the idea of the unreliable narrator and that characters in this film have lied to us. And this would make a huge misdirect And people would start to buy into it, so that when we get a reveal later on that, oh yeah, yeah, you are my sister, and you've always known it, and I've always known it, but you weren't ready to hear it because, you know, I just killed our dad like 5 minutes ago. Oh, I forgot one more thing. So, another thing that I was thinking about is the fact that they said the saga films were always a Skywalker story. And while you can always say, well, Kylo Ren is a Skywalker, the fact of the matter is that he's gone full dark side, and he's accomplished what Vader never could. And on the flip side, with what happened with Luke and the fact that Carrie Fisher's dead, them retconning Rey into a Skywalker, it really would reinforce the saga films as being a Skywalker saga if she is in fact Kylo Ren's twin sister. So anyways, what do you think of this theory? Let me know in the comments below. As always, I'd like to remind you to subscribe. Here's our giveaway for an Ultra Saber saber. You might be into that. And till next time, have a good one.